and welcome to the Visionary VA podcast, the go-to show for ambitious virtual assistants who are ready to stop trading their time for money and start scaling their businesses into thriving agencies. I'm Holly Copsey, founder of the award-winning agency Virtually Priceless and the Visionary VA Circle community. Each week, I'm here to bring you actionable strategies, proven systems, and mindset shifts to help you transition from a solo VA to a visionary agency owner. If you're ready to grow your business to dizzying new heights with less stress and more success, you're in the right place. Hello, and welcome back to the Visionary VA podcast. Today's episode is a little behind the scenes look at something I get asked about quite often. How do I plan my week? As an agency owner, juggling a team, clients, business development, and of course, life outside of work, planning is absolutely crucial. So today I'm going to walk you through my approach, what I actually do, how I structure my week, and a few tips to help you take back control of your time if things are feeling chaotic right now. So, why is your weekly planning so important as an agency owner? When you're a solo VA, your week might revolve around just getting client work done and not much else. But once you start to expand and take on your first few associates, you have to think bigger. You're supporting your team, managing clients, doing business development, keeping your own business running smoothly, and ideally protecting time for your personal life too. Without a clear plan, it's so easy to spend your whole week firefighting or reacting, and that's not where your best work happens. Planning allows me to be proactive, not just reactive, and ensures I'm moving my business forward each week, not just keeping it ticking over. So, here's a breakdown of what my typical planning process looks like. First of all, I like to do a quick weekly overview on Friday afternoon or Sunday evening, and if I'm busy all day Sunday, occasionally very early on a Monday morning. I start with a high-level review of the week ahead. What are my must-dos? What are the key meetings, deadlines, or commitments I need to plan around? What family and personal commitments do I have so I can see where I need to build in flexibility? Next, I identify my top 3 priorities for the week. Not a long list, just 3 core things that, if I get them done, will move the business forward. This might include things like business development tasks, recruitment and onboarding work, preparing for a client meeting, updating systems or processes, content creation, or other marketing work. This helps me to anchor my week and helps to reduce overwhelm as I'm not worrying that I need to get through a list of 50 things. Thirdly, I aim to theme my days to batch similar types of work together. Now, this doesn't always go to plan as much as I would like, but on a good week where I'm at my desk for the whole working week, it might look something like this. Monday, VP focused. That's my agency, VA agency. So client calls, business development tasks. Tuesday, VP and Viva content production. So filming, recording the podcast, other content related admin. Wednesday, admin based. Team check-ins, my own business admin, weekly newsletter, finance tasks. Thursday, more business development and perhaps some networking. And Friday, I tend to try to keep as Viva focused. So it's checking content scheduled for the following week, doing my Friday live, some planning, emails, that sort of thing. And of course, this isn't rigid, but having these broad themes helps reduce decision fatigue and keeps me focused. Finally, I make sure I also plan for tomorrow at the end of each day. I like to make sure all my tasks are blocked in my diary and I've allocated the appropriate amount of time to get through them, and adding in a bit of wiggle room for anything urgent that crops up as well. This enables me to hit the ground running and get cracking as soon as I sit down at my desk every day, so I don't waste time figuring out what to do or get sidetracked by something I shouldn't really be working on right now. In terms of tools I use to stay organized, there's not actually very many, as I like to keep it simple rather than overcomplicating things. We use ClickUp as our central hub for the business, so it's where all my projects, tasks, and priorities live. I use my VP calendar in Outlook as my master calendar, and then I refer to my Google Calendar or calendars that I share with my partner and another with my ex-husband. And that's to figure out all the family and life logistics that, of course, I also need to factor in. And I'm also a bit old school, and I love to just use a good old notebook and pen, particularly for those days or those end of day brain dumps where I need to get everything out of my head. I also keep my notebook beside me all day so I can jot things down when I'm on calls and just make a note of any ideas or thoughts that might pop into my head throughout the day. And then I don't get distracted by them, and I can just refer back to them when I do that end of day clear up. One of the hardest things about agency leadership is protecting your own time, because everyone needs something from you. A few things that really help me are time blocking. I already mentioned this, but I put meetings with myself in the diary for thinking, creating, financial reviews, planning. If it's not in my diary, it won't get done. Then setting boundaries. I'm not available all day, every day, and my personal commitments go in the diary first. I block out chunks of time in my diary to get big tasks done, and I don't constantly dip in and out of my inbox. Of course, I try to be as flexible as possible where clients or the team need me, but on the whole, I've definitely got better at protecting my time as best I can. When I'm doing my weekly planning, I will push back or cancel meetings if priorities have changed and they're not a good use of my time right now. And I outsource my own admin, just like we advise our clients. You shouldn't be doing everything yourself. The more you can delegate internal tasks, the more time you have to focus on leadership and growth. So I have support with finance admin, content production, recruitment and onboarding tasks, and general business admin. As well as allowing me to focus on more strategic work, this also prevents the business from grinding to a halt if I take time off. My approach to planning isn't about perfection. It's about creating clarity. Some weeks it all goes smoothly and I feel like I'm smashing it. Other weeks it can feel like total chaos and, quite frankly, I'm just surviving the week. Life throws us so many curveballs. The kids might be off sick. The dog might need to go to the vet. Perhaps there's a last-minute client emergency or a team issue crops up. But having a solid plan means I can reset quickly because I know what's important and what can wait. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed or struggling to stay on top of everything right now, I'd encourage you to carve out just 30 minutes this week just to get your plan down on paper or into ClickUp or whatever tool works for you. Ask yourself, what are my top 3 priorities this week? How can I structure my week to support those priorities? And what tasks should I protect time for? And what should I delegate? Planning is leadership. It's how you ensure you're spending your time on the right things, not just the loudest things. I hope this has been helpful, and I'd love to hear your own planning tips. Come and share them inside the Visionary VA Circle Facebook group or drop me a message. And if you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with any fellow VAs who might need help managing their time more intentionally. Thanks so much for listening. I'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Visionary VA podcast. I hope you're walking away with fresh ideas and inspiration to scale your VA business. Don't forget to check out our free mini course on building solid business foundations, perfect for setting your VA agency up for success without the overwhelm. You'll find the link in the show notes. If you enjoyed the show, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a review. See you next week.